You're tuning into.
You're now tuning into
Codename Z. Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Basil Anthony.
And this is Tyrone.
And you're listening to Codename Z,
Z,
the podcast.
Right. So, I guess today we can jump right into it. Basil, what's been on your mind? What is our topic for today?
Well, before we get to our topic of the day, which it kind of ties into it, I'm a huge fan of Big Brother, right? And, well, we're both huge fans, even though one of us listens to it more often.
Right. But that's just because advertisement has been a little bit poor. I don't even know when the thing be starting anymore. Maybe that's because I don't watch regular TV like that.
Well, I know it because I've applied 6 times and just never been on there. So, that's great. But no, I was watching Big Brother just because, well, I was actually on Twitter earlier, and I forgot the new episode came out. So I was on Twitter, and I'm just looking at it, and Twitter is just horrible when it comes to, things in general. Right. But I was just reading some of these tweets and some of these people, talking about some of the Big Brother house guests and stuff they said, and it's just extremely, disheartening. And, social media, I think, in general, nowadays has just been, extremely toxic.
Right.
And, I don't know, what do you think about social media? I don't know. I have weird feelings, but I'll let you go. What do you think of social media?
I don't know. I always struggle with that because, so many people sometimes say that, social media is ruining our society. But then again, I'm like, social media, it's not a living, breathing thing. So people are ruining social media. I feel like there's a lot of good that can come out of social media. I mean, people are making whole careers based on social media. It helps you connect with friends, meet new people. There's a lot of positive things, but our generation, I think, has some issues with social media. And especially, I think, connected to, I don't even know where to start. I guess I'll just say the problem I see. One thing I see a lot on social media is, this cockiness or, this conceitedness. I don't understand. It's just, it's almost as if, people have put so much of their self-worth based on their likes on social media and what people think of them, to the point where it's they have to amplify their life or almost take their accomplishments or things they're doing, amplify them times 1,000 and put other people down in the process. That's the biggest issue, is the putting others down. I don't know. First of all, I see this whole thing now. First of all, Miami and Atlanta and all that stuff has always been a popular place. People used to brag about going there, but now I guess that's becoming too commonplace. So I see all the people, Dubai me ho, y'all basic going to Miami, and I'm like, you're sitting here judging people for going to Miami, talking about Dubai you, and you still sitting on your porch in Philadelphia, then go not in one place. So I don't know. It just I don't know. It just irks me sometimes how people act. I don't know. What are some of your other issues?
I mean, the biggest issue I think is that as well. I've been on social media since I was, I guess, younger than I was supposed to be on social media.
Yeah, same. Creating those fake ages and birth dates.
But I think, my first social media platform was MySpace, which that's dating us.
We sound like grandpops now compared to
throwback to when when I was on social media and Tom was my very first friend. Right. But I think even then, I think social media back then had I don't know how to say it, but it had the potential to be toxic. I mean, think of MySpace. Think of the top 8 or the top 10, top 5
or whatever.
And that was such a thing. Middle school, it's
you'll get so
this person took me out of their top 5, and oh my goodness. And
get over
at the same time, it's what was even the reason for the top 5? Because why do you want to show it on your profile? These are my best friends, and it's okay, no one else cares, but and at that point, it's kind of putting in. And I know you mentioned putting someone else down, and it kind of, that was kind of the start of it, right? Because you had to think of when you were a kid, and this person you thought was your best friend, you're in their top 5, you're number 1, and then you come back later on, you're number 4, and now you're off the thing, right? And it's well, what's going on? And it's well, this is your way of showing off, I'm cutting people off, or X, Y, and Z, and it's it's really annoying, but today, social media, and you hit the nail on the head with the whole take me to Dubai, take me here because I could never go to Miami. Everyone goes, it's a vacation, and I think everyone needs to calm down. But it's since it's so put out there, everyone's just like, well, I want to be different, and I'm going to show off that these kind of things don't they don't make me happy because I need X, Y, and Z. And it's like, well, let me tell all of you people, where you should be going. And then it's like, I mean, if someone goes like, we've gone to Florida multiple times this year,
right? Yeah,
safely. By the way, okay,
we are in the pandemic. Might say I have an issue with Florida now.
Anyway,
because I've been there way too many times this summer.
Way too many. But yeah, and that's like, and then you see people, oh, they're just going to Florida, and it's anywhere, and oh my god, Atlanta anywhere, and it's like, so? Like, if you're not the one going on the trip, then, I don't know, shut up. But, I don't know, people are just taking social media to this, like, this peak of just, like, you have to show your life to the fullest, everything has to be the best, or someone's going to be there to make fun of you, and it's like, why? Like, obviously don't go above your means, but it's like, why are we on this social media app judging? I post when I'm going somewhere because it's like, this is a fun place to go, and I want to show up that, oh yeah, I'm going on vacation, or whatever, whatever. Or at the same time, like, we follow each other on social media. You know exactly what I post. I post the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay? Like, if I'm home, I'm posting that I'm home. If I'm on vacation, I'm posting I'm on vacation. But it's just because I'm like, I want to show my friends what I'm doing. I mean, that's the whole reason for social media. To show, like, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is my life. Keep up with me. Like, we're all supposed to be friends, so you're keeping up with what I'm doing. I'm not posting it to be like, well, look what I'm doing.
Right. Yeah, and it's just like, like I said, it's like the conceited level, the bread. Like, it's been so many times, and it irks me so bad. Like, even going back to trips. Like, I remember the first time I went out the country to Punta Cana. What was it, like 2 years ago, to the DR? And I remember
like
posting. Oh yeah, probably was
2 years ago. Was Bahamas.
Oh yeah, that was 3 years ago. Yeah. So it's like, I remember posting, and I was like, I think my post said something about like, this is my first time out the country. I feel so blessed to be able to do this or whatever. I see so many people posting, and it'd be like, they post that they're in my like Cancun or Jamaica and stuff, and I'd be really happy for. I'm like, oh, that looks so fun. And then their captions is, you niggas hating on me, you could never, and all of this stuff, like, you catch up with me, you could never do this. And I'm like, what? First of all, calm down. Hundreds of people go to Cancun a day, and like I'm saying, like, I think that's a fun vacation. I wouldn't judge, but now when you are starting trying to act like you're so high and mighty because you're going to Cancun, I don't know, it makes me mad. It's just like, humble yourself a bit, because there's always going to be people who are doing better than you.
Oh, yes.
Always. So it's like, I don't know, I think of like, I don't know, say if you, because I see this often too, people buy a car, and then now they talking about how many people walk in and on SEPTA and all this stuff.
But that was you.
Yeah, that was, first of all, that was you 24 hours ago, first of all. And second of all, it's like, okay, you're so hyped putting down people who are walking because you bought your new car, but meanwhile, there's probably a YouTuber our age buying whole Lamborghinis. So what if they got on social media and be like, oh, these clowns buying Hondas and they think they something? Now you will feel bad about yourself because, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just,
it's always going to be someone doing better than you. And I have no problem with that. Like, I mean, even though I feel like with, watching Friends, it's like, I don't assume you're doing better than me. It's like, oh, wow, they can afford this. I can't. But it's like, congratulations.
Right.
We have friends that go to like St. Thomas and all. I love to see you post about it because I've never been there before. So for me, it's like, I love to see this. I love to see people growing and having fun and all this kind of stuff. But at the same time, like, these captions are just like, for what, like, who are you talking to? That's my thing. What's the audience you're talking to? And it's like the vacant void of Instagram, the vacant void of Twitter.
Right.
Like, what is the reasoning behind it? And that's what irritates me. And like, it's not even just trips. It's like you said, you got a new car, and it's like, oh, well, you could never. It's like, well, you couldn't either a day ago. Or you get a new, new house.
There's plenty of people who do every day. So it's not nothing like I said, I'd be really happy for people because that's an accomplishment that's an accomplishment that you achieved. But when you start trying to put down other people, now it's like, okay, now I gotta check you because it's like, other people are doing that, so like, calm yourself down a bit. Like,
another thing that irritates me about that too is like people like getting a house, you already know, I have an apartment. I am fully okay with my apartment.
Right.
I wanted an apartment. I don't want a house. And there's people, you know, that has houses and they're like, oh, y'all are still paying rent and I'm paying a mortgage. And it's like, I mean, that's good for you. I don't want a house.
Right.
I'm okay with renting because I have a landlord. So if something breaks, I have someone to call to come fix it. And also, like, we already know, I don't want to live in Philadelphia. So, like, what's the purpose of me getting a house when I don't want to live here?
Right.
I also don't want to flip a house or rent it out. I don't want you to do it. And so what's the point of, like, trying to put someone down, like, oh, well, you're not doing X, Y, and Z? I don't want to do it.
Right. And that's what the thing is. And it's like, and that kind of goes to, like, one, see your value based on what people think of you. And two, like, this comparison thing is like, they want to stand out, but they maybe know, like, okay, the thing I did, while it's a good accomplishment, doesn't really make me stand out. So maybe I have to try to, like, really say how big of an accomplishment it is by putting other people down. But I think that goes to another issue about, like, not comparing yourself to what you see on social media, too. Because, like I said, everybody, like you said, with the whole house buying thing, some people maybe just don't want a house. Or some people are on a different path to owning a house, and wherever you're at in your journey, whether it's just that you can't afford it right now, or you don't have the credit for it, or whatever, or maybe you don't want to do it right now. It's just like everyone has a different path and a journey and you shouldn't feel bad about yourself for not, you know what I'm saying, for still being on your path to that thing, and other people shouldn't put people down for doing something different than they are.
Another thing is, like, also, you don't really know of everyone's circumstances. So you posting about something, there might be someone who's watching you and they're like, oh wow, I'm so proud of that person. But at the same time, if you're going to continue to put them down, they're not going to look at you the same way.
Right.
And just like you're saying, like, on your journey, like that, I mean, that's like almost like bringing up something like, you know, pregnancy. And it's like, well, I'm not going to be one of these mothers that have a child at 50. But what if someone has pregnancy issues? And like, how do you think that's affecting them? Because they're like, oh wow, this person's having a child. But then they're also like, you know, you dumb girls, y'all wait until y'all. Oh, what if she's having pregnancy issues? Now you're offending this person who's looking up to you, like, oh wow, she did a great thing, and you're making her feel like, well, am I not woman enough? Like, you know, what are you trying to say? And I think that's the thing. When you post, like, if you think of what are you trying to say, what are you trying to get across? Right. Because what's the old saying? Like, you get more bees with honey than
something like that. I know what you're saying.
Poop. To keep it PG. Or flies.
Or, I don't know. I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So it's like, I don't know. But like, I think social media now, it's just because you look up to these, you know, Love and Hip Hop stars, and they make the most minimal of things seem extravagant. And some of these, like, Instagram influencers, like Justin LaBoy. Can we bring Justin LaBoy into the...
Who was that?
He's famous because he posts things on Instagram. I saw it on Twitter. I barely know who he is, you know. But like, he posts things that people repost, and it's like, what does this mean? Like, you're posting like, it's like these captions are just like, it's like bragging about something that doesn't make sense. It's like, oh, well, my child's in private school, your child's could never. It's like, okay, cool. Like, and then what do you put? Like, what are you trying to put across?
And it's a sensitivity thing about people understanding that, like, other people's life circumstances. Like you said, like, there may be people who are going through extreme hardships, and you putting them down, like, you could just have ruined somebody's day more who might be sensitive to that type of thing. I don't know. It's just having a sensitivity that everybody is at different life circumstances and levels, and it doesn't make you better than the next person because you have or you achieve certain thing. And I know there's certain school districts that are very, very good, where it's like, okay, this school district is top in the country. Why would I send my kids to private school? I'll send them to public school. Like, what's the, like,
I mean, yeah. And another thing, I don't know. I think I do want to kind of bring this into it, and I think we'll talk about it just in a second. But the level of popularity I think people get on social media doesn't really equate to what they do as much as I think sometimes how they look.
Right.
And that's another reason I think social media is very toxic, because, you know, the pretty privilege is definitely a thing, and I think it definitely applies to social media.
But I think, hold that note and let's finish that after this break.
Our sponsors, yes. This week's episode is sponsored by... next card. Oh, there's no more cards? We don't have a sponsor. Oh. So this week's episode is sponsored by no one. It's sponsored by us. We still don't have a sponsor, so if you're out there and you're listening and you'd like to sponsor us, click our link tree and you can get in contact with us and send us a sponsorship.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. So I guess we can hop right back in. So Basil, what were you saying? I think you were about to talk about pretty privilege.
Yeah.
Explain that. Yeah.
So pretty privilege, if you don't know what that is, just basically it's a principle that people who are deemed more attractive based on societal beauty standards have an upper hand and more opportunities, and you see that like spread out over social media.
You do.
You know, you see like these ads for a fitness tea, and it's a woman who just shows her butt. It's like,
right. Oh my god,
what does this mean?
That is so much like,
like
literally a whole
star.
TikTok with like, I don't know. Do you see them a lot on Instagram? Maybe like the girl, like she's like pull up her shirt and like her boobs just bounce out, and then people be like, oh my god, and they be like, just watch that on repeat, and I'd be like.
Or like,
what was it selling?
A very mediocre TikTok, but just because that person is really attractive,
right?
It goes over well.
Yeah, that's what. Because I'm not gonna lie. I've been hitting the gym because I'm trying to cash in on that. So like, I could just take my shirt off on a TikTok because you know when you got abs and stuff, these people cannot dance worth nothing. They do the stupidest things, but if you got a good body, all of a sudden,
or you're cute,
you going
like
viral. Like,
Charlie D'Amelio, I don't know what that girl does.
Yeah.
But like she's just like, I guess the TikTok queen. Listen, I have never seen one of her TikToks, but she's the TikTok queen, and it's like she's a beautiful young woman, but I don't see any substance. And like
Charlie, I didn't say that.
Sorry, Charlie, if you're listening.
You ain't getting me canceled. I'm trying to make a TikTok career.
Charlie is
you ain't gonna
not
get me,
listening to us.
You're not gonna get me canceled. Look, you don't know. This might pop off. This might go viral.
Okay. But no, like if you see this on TikTok, you see it on Instagram, you see it on Twitter. Like it's very mediocre things, but just because this person is very attractive, it goes over well. And it does sometimes irritates me, and it also kind of like it puts a dimmer on like people who want to get involved in social media, because if you don't believe you're traditionally attractive, you won't want to put yourself out there as much. Like, I mean, I felt like, you know, my Instagram and my TikTok is, for the most part, like, to do with my hair.
Right.
And I see people who, like, started after me that are, like, excelling. Right. And they're extremely attractive. And they have the same hair type as me. And they're doing the same... Listen, they're throwing Eco Styler gel in their hair. And everyone's like, oh, my God, she's biracial. No. You know, it's like I do the same exact hairstyle and I'm getting 26 likes, and then Peter Piper over here,
you're annoying.
is doing the same exact crunchy hairstyle,
no,
and
that is true.
He's getting thousands of likes, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, so beautiful, so beautiful!" And it's like, are you looking at the hair? Or are you looking at him?
Right.
And
right.
I mean, I'm guilty of following some people on TikTok just because they're cute, and it's. Nothing. Their TikToks are not funny.
Right. They don't be doing nothing.
They do nothing at all. But it's like, ooh, like I'll just look. But then at the same time, it's like it does put a damper on people. And like, I mean, we're definitely going to do an episode on self-esteem, because I mean, I think that also is a component. It's like, at least for like, I don't post things, right? Because it's like, if you think you're not traditionally attractive, it's like, why bother and why put it up there? But then at the same time, it's, you know. All these social media apps are such a, you know, it's just like it's a beauty contest. Yeah, who can be the prettiest and show the same exact thing, and who can do the most mediocre thing and show it off. So when you see, you know, this cute girl posting, "Oh, I just got an apartment," everyone's like, "Oh my God, everything is so great, it's amazing, oh my God," and then you see someone who, like, I don't know, an ugly quote unquote person being like, "I just bought a house," and it's like not the same type of. You know, it's not the same response. And I mean, you even see this on, like, you know, I think I was talking about Big Brother earlier. Mm-hmm. And like you see that with like on Big Brother. So there are a couple, like, which, let's shout out to Big Brother. They have like 5 people of color this season.
That deserves a cheer.
Yes. Like they are doing so well with, like, thank God.
Right.
But and it's immediately you see where the Legion sliced when it comes to like who's doing well and who's like getting canceled and who's like not doing the best. And there's a contestant, Derek F, who's actually from Philly, and you know.
Oh right, yes.
Mm-hmm. I mean I enjoyed him for the most part. I don't think he's done anything that's really made me like upset.
Right.
But you see, like, you know, when the official like BB, you know, US posted their new cast or post him in general, you see the comments are disgusting. Let's put it out there. You know,
that's horrible.
They're like, oh, what is he doing on there? He's just there to eat the snacks. Oh my god! And it's kind of like,
my god.
But if you see them posting someone who's beautiful, and I don't know everyone on this. I think one guy's name is Brent. He might also got, spoiler alert, I think he got eliminated. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I haven't watched yet this season.
I watched like 2 episodes.
Right.
But and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" Look. And I'm like, "He's not even on the show anymore."
Right.
But like, why is this such a thing? But it's like they'll post like it's a meme, and it's like, "Oh, but look at him. He's just so fat. Oh my god, and it's like he's not unattractive.
Right.
He's just overweight. I mean, yeah. So,
and I think that's a kind of a good transition into social media trolls. Like, it blows my mind what some people feel comfortable saying on social media. That, first of all, you would not say that to that person's face because you'll get socked right in your face. First of all, right? Because no, it's just like I be looking at some like YouTubers and stuff like that, and it be legit people commenting like, "Oh, your daughter is ugly," and I'm like, "What?" Like. It's just so crazy how you can even fix your mouth. Like, first of all, I'm the type of person, even if I don't like a video on YouTube, or even if I don't like this or think something, I'm not commenting in it because, first of all, who asked? Who asked me, first of all? Like,
but like, does it make you feel better that you commented this thing to this person because it's like, you believe that they shouldn't be on social media, or they shouldn't show their ugly face, like,
yeah, and it's just like,
what is like, you know?
First of all, most of those people have, like you said, self-esteem issues. Like, they just want attention. That's why you can't even give trolls attention, because first of all, they're just punks hiding behind, and first of all, they always have the anonymous profile with no name or nothing.
Their profile picture is a duck, and the name is like fake 123. And
yeah, it's just like, because you're a punk.
And it's like, but like, why? How, you know, and that's my only. I think that's my biggest issue. Another like with social media, it can be so anonymous to an extent that it's, you know, it's sometimes a little dangerous almost.
Yeah,
like,
it can be.
People just make these accounts and they just want to like ridicule and just bring other people down. For what reason? Does it need to be? What reason does it? Like, you know, why? If calling this person fat, why? Because at the same time, it doesn't really make sense to what he's doing. Right. You know, it's like, is he on Big Brother and just like in a wheelchair and like can't do a competition and no, he's just overweight. I guess, you know, if you want to call it that, even though he's not that big. But like, yes, he's overweight. Okay, cool. But he's still in competitions. He's still beasting through. Right. But like, you see someone, you know, and like, I don't think it was it BB like 20. One of the contestants, Scotty. He was a small little guy. I mean, he's really muscular now. Right. But like, you see him, and he was really tiny, and I mean, honestly, didn't do very well. But you didn't see people dragging him on the internet because of his body, because it was like, does he have the perfect body, quote unquote? And now it's like, oh, he's great because he has this body type, and it's like, what does body type have to do with anything? What does body type have to do with posting? If I'm posting something about my hair, what does my weight have to do with my hair? Right. I'm not posting a weight loss journey. I'm posting a twist out. Right. So it's like, you know, but it's like, again, like I say, like you see these very mediocre, you know, hairstyles or whatever you want to call it, or mediocre homes or cars or whatever, but it's just because this person is deemed beautiful. It's like, oh my God. This person's great. Okay, I'm just like coughing. Jesus.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. But I don't know. It's just social media is just it's so toxic nowadays. It doesn't make sense. And I think that we need like a cultural reset. And like one thing, do you remember when like Instagram was like testing out like taking likes away?
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can do that. There's some profiles that can take it away.
I think you can go in your settings now.
I am an advocate for it. I take every like away.
Right.
Because it makes things so much better, because you don't have to sit there and look at, oh, this person, you know, I posted this one thing and I got 72 likes, and this person posted and they only got 23. So.
Right.
I don't post for likes. I don't care for it.
I know some people who literally will take down a post if it didn't get enough likes, and I'm like, did you like the picture? Like, did you put like what? I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of strange to me. But
like yeah, that's what, like, I mean, look at my posts and versus like some of our other friends. I don't get that many likes, but also at the same time, I only follow people who I genuinely know. Right. You know, I'm not following just 1,000 people just 'cause I want all these likes, because to me, likes don't matter.
Right.
They don't matter because at the same time, someone who also liking your photo is also probably might be still hating. So, I don't know. It's just, social media has just become so toxic nowadays that let's do away with it.
Right. Well, I think that was a good conversation.
What did Wendy say? Death to social media.
Oh, speaking of, that's another conversation. Wendy's in a little trouble.
Wendy is always in trouble.
Well, she's always in trouble. Yeah, that's nothing new.
We have a full episode of Wendy
Williams.
Right.
That's topic.
Poor lady.
Next week's topic is Wendy Williams.
God.
But anyway, so I think it's time for our weekly rants. I guess that's what's irking me. So do you want to start or I start?
You can start because I have to cough. I don't know what's going on.
Right. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay, so
I'm vaccinated. It's just,
right.
dusty apartments.
Right. Oh. We're in his apartment, by the way.
Wow. Anyway.
Dusty.
Drag me. Go ahead, Mama. Just go.
But anyway, no, so I guess my weekly rant, I think I'll keep it social media related. Another thing that irks me, there's many things that irk me on social media sometimes, but one of the things that irk me on social media is, can we please stop with the drama on social media? Like, can we all go up there and just look at positive things? Now, I know there's going to be some not positive things because I don't know if there's certain things in the world going on, like racism or this and that. Then post about it because we people need to bring awareness, but the whole friend drama and what your best friend did and all of this stuff and one thing about me is this and I'm like, what's that meme? What's that TikTok? We don't care. Like, we really don't care. Like, it's so annoying. And it's just like, first of all, it makes arguments and things that you have with your family and friends worse when you put it out there in a public forum like that. Like, you're just making your whole life worse. You're just putting, and then I hate the people who post the cryptic things. People ask them what's wrong, and then they talk about mind your business. People so nosy. So why did you post it on social media? Like,
okay, drag me.
But no, it's just so, like, the drama on social media really irks me because I just feel like it's also just very immature. Like, I don't know. It just really makes me mad.
I mean, okay, honestly, what's irking me, honestly, is it's going to tie into yours because it's almost the same exact thing.
Right.
What's irking me is I don't mind the drama on social media as much as you do because I find it extremely hilarious because I'm not involved in it. So it's like,
I mean, it's entertaining,
what's going
but
on
it's just
here?
like, I don't know. I just feel for them. Like, they're just making their lives harder. They're making the argument going to drag out because now you drag somebody on social media. But anyway, go ahead.
I think it's funny. But no, I don't like, only thing I don't, okay, words. The thing I don't like is when it comes to social media, and I don't like the arguing or back and forth, the cryptic thing when it comes to, like, you're posting something about someone who you consider to be a really good friend.
Right.
That bothers me to the highest, because if I'm arguing with you or if I have an issue with you as a friend, I'm going to talk to you about it. But I think it's really irritating to me when people who are like, you get into this altercation or whatever you want to do via, like, I don't know, text or whatever, right. And the person is like, personally for me, if we're ever in, like, a weird situation, I'm going to talk to you about it.
Right.
And I'm going to try to do it in person, I'm going to try to do it through text, I'm going to try to talk to you in general.
Right.
But I think it's irritating when, like, people who, like, if you're my really close friend and, like, immediately go to Instagram or Twitter or Facebook and you're posting about it,
right? And
it's like, this seems really pointed. What's the purpose?
Right.
What's the purpose? Cool. It's not cool. And if you consider me a really good friend, what's the point of putting this out there for everyone to kind of put their opinions in the situation?
Right.
Because this is going to be something that, for me, this could be something that I don't think is that important. And I would just like to kind of talk to you about it and get it out the way. But now you put it on social media, you're getting more feedback, you're getting more ammunition.
Right.
But at the same time, what do you need this ammunition for? Because for me, as a friend, I don't need ammunition to go back and forth with a friend.
Yeah.
Right. So, I don't know. Keep the drama to a minimum when it comes to, like, something who's supposed to be your close friend.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind the drama in general, but, like, when it gets to, like, it's personal, leave it off social media.
Yeah, I guess that's my primary point too. Like, the drama is like,
or like something that's sensitive, like just not everything has to be posted,
right?
Not everything.
We don't have to know about how you just Never mind. I'm not even going to go there.
Let's not get demonetized immediately, okay?
It's me. But anyway, I think we're running out of time here, so definitely make sure that you follow our Instagram,
all of our social media on our link tree. Thank you so much for listening, and we will talk to you guys next week.
See you. Bye, guys.